Good day, Sir Dantes. Sorry to late late pass by this video. Um, okay, so start. My name is Janelan Villanueva, and I came from section EE32A. Okay, so I will um, discuss my topic and the children that we choose in Fente and Fente, in the area of Fente. So number one, my question is, how accurate were the children in predicting how will they would remember the word list? How will they remember the list? Were they able to tell you what they did to remember the words after repeating the list? Were there any differences in age in terms of how the prediction or the list were? So, um, so how kinsa nila pag-predict ang kuan o ang giun sa nila pag-remember ang mga words? So, in my discussion, I will repeat what I discussed and I say so that the children would remember my discussion. So, maybe that's the way that they remember my words by questioning them. What are they learned? What are they learned from my discussion? Okay, so gusto nila pag remember ang list. Okay, so for me, they answer that they follow up what their peers they say, or the other children must say, even though even though even though they did not know about that discussion, so they follow up what their classmates says or their friends says. Okay, were they able to tell you what they did to remember words after repeating the list? Okay, no, they're very shy. You know that the child is very shy when you ask that question, how they remember. So sometimes answers by they follow what their friends they say. Okay. What were there any differences in terms how accurate the prediction their list were? Yes, there is a big differences of how they answers. Most of them is adult, and most of the child that it'll always follow what the friend says is up to younger children, 7 to 8 years old. So that. Okay, number two, how will the children do in retelling the story? Did the children tend to tell the story in the correct order, in the order you told it? So as I observed them, um, they interest in first, but the end they do not care or they didn't listen because it's too boring and it's so crowded for the places. They others discussion is didn't hear them, so it was difficult for them, diba? Okay, so um other children is correct naman, takto naman nagisulti, but sa lain is nagpataka sa sulti kay kanalaging basta naalay siya basta naalang siya masulti nga tubag. So that child is don't want to left behind. Okay, so number three, consider the older children's responses to the questions about memory and reading. Consider the older children's responses to the questions about memory and reading. Given their responses, how will do school seems to support children developing metacognitive strategies for memory and reading. As what I observed, they see a lot of parents there that financially they more have a financially problem, so the children is most likely play outside. They didn't care about their schools, or others not reading, yes, others not don't like reading a book, others is just always playing outside. Did the children have a sense of which way they learn best? No, no. Some of them is like to always play so that they happy, and they don't they don't want to sad, because as what I observe with their houses is full of, yes, as what I said earlier, they have more in financial problem, and their mothers is always like hungry or shouting, so they didn't care about others senses of all learnings, diba? Okay. Do they seem to think that teachers help them with this? How effective do schools seem to be in creating or supporting an appreciation effective do schools so seem to be in creating or supporting an appreciation of reading in children? Yes, if the children have a emotional support, that's the big help for the children. Okay, though the children seem to see teachers being helpful in these areas, exactly, yes, because teachers is the second parent of the child, so for the experience of the child, they win their their so ang ilhang nahuna na lang nila is, I have a second mother who is always guiding or teaching what the best, and teachers have responsibility also for the children, because they have a profession as a teachers, as a helper and guidance of the children. So children, um, I know that dili kayo jud comfortable, but at the end of the day, they comfortable na ang bata, og naka-learn gikan sa imuha, not just their parents, because not all parents is good, but I expected that all teachers have good heart to teach them, and um, teach what is the best and good for them. That's all, sir. Thank you.